So we all pick rocks, and one person is going to win the Survivor lottery and get to go on a reward without having to do any of the work. And of course, the person that picks it is the person who's been on the most rewards out of anyone, David. He has had the hero story this entire trip, this entire journey for the last month that we've been out here. He has overcome great obstacles, had great victories, gone on incredible rewards, and this is just one more notch under his belt of another great Survivor experience that he has. My team is certainly looks like the underdog team. We've got Hannah, Jessica, and myself. We're certainly not the most athletic of all the teams, but there is a puzzle at the end of this, and maybe we'll be able to catch up there. Hannah gets off to a very, very slow start. This is not her sports. And then, finally she makes it to the mat, and now I'm thinking, all right, Jessica, she's the strongest member of our team. She's going to pull it out here and be able to catch up a little bit. And poor Jessica, I thought was going to drown in the sand. Her face was entirely covered. She couldn't breathe, one, because there was sand all up in her face, and two, because she was so out of breath. Even if there were any air, I don't think she could have gasped it. So she was really, really, really struggling, and I wasn't sure she was even going to make it up the hill. I thought the challenge might end with her still stuck, trying to get through that sand, and I would have never raced. I would have been like David, sitting on the sidelines, except he gets to go on a reward and I don't. Finally, her head hits the mat, and I realize that I have to take off. I gotta fly through this thing, or I'm not gonna have a shot. So I gave it everything that I had, and I was very proud of myself. I went through that thing pretty quickly. Got some injuries to show for it. But if I would have won the reward, it certainly would have all been worth it. I make up quite a bit of time. We get to the puzzle, and we just can't get it done. Hannah is a smart girl, right? You'd think she'd be good at puzzles if she's not good at the sports. I don't think she put a single piece down. So, right off the bat, we're disadvantaged by having someone who isn't good at the sports and can't put a piece in the puzzle. But I started on one side, Jess started on the other. We made some progress, and we both got stuck. And we just couldn't recover from that. So I have an advantage in this game that allows me to steal a reward from another player. And I was very tempted to use it, especially because David has been on almost every reward, and he didn't earn this one. So if there was anyone that I was going to take a reward from that would understand, it would have been David in this case. But at the same time, having an opportunity to go back to camp with 6 people, 3 of whom are in my alliance that I feel like I need to talk to, because it's clear to me that David and Zeke are the new Cold War. Something is brewing between them, and they're both gunning for each other. So I need time back at camp to talk with Hannah, to talk with Jess, and to talk with Ken, and to figure out what is our alliance going to do when we've got 2 warring factions going at each other in our own alliance. So I realize, 1, I need to be back at camp, and 2, while riding in a helicopter is super cool and a picnic would have been awesome, I do think that there are still better rewards coming, more possibilities to use my advantage strategically, and so I just felt like it was a better, and I don't think that at this point in the game it's going to be a reason to send me home right now. So I felt like it was the best decision for me to hang on to my advantage and save it for another day.